1. NASA to explore Saturn's icy moons for life. GS Paper 3. Science and Technology Developments and Their Applications and Effects in Everyday Life. Why recently in news? NASA scientists have proposed deploying a robotic system to explore the exotic environment of the subsurface oceans of Saturn's icy moons that may potentially harbor life. Several concepts have already been studied to explore the subsurface oceans of Europa and Enceladus, using autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs. However, access to subsurface ocean remains to be an outstanding challenge. What is the proposed concept of exploration? The proposed concept is to deploy a surface-to-subsurface robotic system, namely Icy Moon Cryovolcano Explorer, ICE, which will land on the surface of an icy moon, traverse to a cryovolcano, descend into its opening, perform in situ science in the vent or crevasse. It will ultimately deploy underwater vehicles to explore a subsurface ocean. What is Icy Moon Cryovolcano Explorer, ICE? The proposed concept is to deploy a surface-to-subsurface robotic system, namely Icy Moon Cryovolcano Explorer, ICE, which will land on the surface of an icy moon, traverse to a cryovolcano, descend into its opening, perform in situ science in the vent or crevasse, and ultimately deploy underwater vehicles to explore a subsurface ocean. ICE involves 3 modules: Descent Module, DM, Surface Module, SM, and AUVs. DM carries AUVs and descends into a vent by using a combination of roving, climbing, rappelling, and hopping, like an experienced human alpinist. How does it work? The estimated gas density of an ejecting plume is sufficiently low, therefore its dynamic pressure would not be an obstacle for descent. SM stays on the surface, generates power by radioisotope thermoelectric generator, RTG, and solar cells, and communicates with Earth. DM relies on the power and communication link provided by SM through a cable to minimize the size and weight. Once DM reaches the subsurface ocean, it launches the AUVs to explore the exotic environment that potentially harbors life. What are the benefits of ICE? It enables in situ science in a cryovolcano vent. Although orbiters can perform in situ science of plumes, relatively large dust grains are hard to reach orbital altitude. ICE enables the exploration of subsurface oceans by providing an access to it. It enables the operation of AUVs in subsurface ocean by providing 3 essential services: communication, localization, and power. How it will communicate if water blocks radio waves. Since water blocks radio waves, communication and localization are particularly significant challenges for AUVs. DM of ICE communicates with OFS through acoustic communication. DM then transfers the data through an optic cable to SM, from which the data is transmitted to Earth by radio. DM also sends an acoustic localization beacon and serves as a battery charging station, potentially unnecessitating RTG on the AUV. 2. Cigarette stocks fall as Modi government plans to ban FDI in tobacco sector. GS Paper 2. Government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. Why recently in news? The government is working on a proposal to completely ban foreign direct investment, FDI, in the tobacco sector. After making it mandatory to carry larger pictorial warnings on cigarette packets, the government is now working on a proposal to completely ban FDI in the tobacco sector. At present, FDI is permitted in technology collaboration in any form, including licensing for franchise, trademark, brand name and management contract in the sector. However, it is prohibited in manufacturing of cigars, cigarettes of tobacco and tobacco substitutes. Implications to India with this move. Shares of cigarette makers such as ITC, Godfrey Phillips, Golden Tobacco and VST Industries have dropped by up to 12% following reports that the government is working on a proposal to completely ban foreign direct investment, FDI, in the tobacco sector. With this ban, India would be the only country in the world to go in for such a stringent move. The ban would shut the door permanently on Japan Tobacco's proposal to invest $100 million into its Indian subsidiary. The move will leave the field wide open for ITC to increase its dominance in the growing cigarette market. Cigarette market in India. The branded cigarette market in India is worth us 17,000 crore annually. Although India is the second largest producer of tobacco in the world after China, according to a study, cigarettes account for less than a fifth of total tobacco consumption. Most of the tobacco produced is suitable for the manufacture of chewing tobacco, beedis and other cheap tobacco products, which have no demand outside the country.